If you guys don't know what this is MTR's Drizzle. All right.
She belongs to the street.
Yeah, she bad for me. She say she too good for Cheesecake Factory. Told her go, digging ass. She not even worth Applebee's. Girl, you average at best. Got them tattoos on your breast. And you acting masculine. Equal rights, equal less. 304 on the gram, but want a man with 100 fans. You don't want that marriage. You just want that ring on your hand. I can't be your Superman. You delusional as hell. Talk about a real man, but you got a BBL. Oh, you strong and independent, huh? Got a business, huh? Selling sea moss gels and some healing crystals, huh? You a boss beat. You don't need no man to pay your way. Yet you still gon' require him to make 100K. You can't make this up. Since you got the bag, then send me something. Need 400 for my sneakers and 200 for my lunch. In my soft guy era, that's what y'all be saying, huh? Same way as
All right, y'all. Yeah, we y'all gotta bear with me, man. We are still over here learning. So this is MTR talking about pretty much what's been going on in modern dating. He actually ended up making an entire music video of about what's going on in modern day dating, and he dropped it on Valentine's Day, which was today, which is crazy. So I'm gonna let him keep cooking. I'm paying attention to the video, but yeah, y'all are gonna hear our thoughts in just a second. But actually pay attention to the lyrics.
sound of you exactly how it sound to us, yeah. Oh, drizzle, 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 drizzle. Oh, drizzle, 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 drizzle. Oh, drizzle, 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 drizzle.
Dude is a comedian, man. Like, he's it's hard to take it. It's hard to take it serious.
Girl, don't hold my hand. You a mattress actress on the OnlyFans. Get your money, girl, but damn, how is that your only plan? What you gonna do when you get too old to strip and dance? Get up out your echo chamber, screaming period and yes. You a low down dirty woman if you try to get knocked up by a high value man just to leave with half his stuff. Treating kids like insurance, child support like scratch and slip. Before I ever let you trap me, I'ma tell you pack your ish. You is ratchet as they come. Rainbow weaves and batwing lashes, weighing more than a man. What time is your football practice? I bet you can hit that egg get like a mug. How you big back it?
Shout out to Kevin Samuels, man. He actually, that's one of Kevin Samuels sayings, man. He like, yeah, you look like you can hit the egg out like a mother. I was like, damn.
That the man must buy you gifts. Where here goes a Fitbit tracker. Are you mad?
Oh, shit.
Blow different ass. You pick cookies, then you bash. All men when you get sad. Then you brainwash the kids when the relationship fails. Then you lie on that man and got him locked up in jail. Oh, drizzle, 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 drizzle. Oh, drizzle, 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 drizzle. Oh, drizzle, 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 drizzle.
Is it me or does she look like Clarissa Shields? She looked like the boxer Clarissa Shields, man. I wish I could do it like a little side by side. I'm gonna get better with this Ecamm Live later, man. But yeah, I want to do like a side by side comparison. I'm telling you, they look like they can be like some kin to each other.
Oh, drizzle, 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 drizzle.
I'm tripping on how he got that doggone camera right in her face though.
She belongs to the street.
On the forehead. Now this part, this part is about to be crazy. Watch. Where the balloon come from? Where the hell did the balloon come from? Man. Oh my goodness, bro. So huge shout out to Crank Lucas. I actually just got put on to who actually did the Will Smith and I forgot what the other guy's name is collab. Uh, I'm feeling like Will or something like that. Something like that. But this dude is actually like a big time producer, man. Big time producer. Him and MTR got together, and honestly, I think that they created something dope. What are your thoughts of the of this music video?
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Just out of the blue. But what he did was he hit on pretty much all the speaking points of what men have been saying like for the longest. Like a lot of things that we oftentimes hear from people like Kevin Samuels, MTR also speaks about it, or whatever. You know the long eyelashes. Unfortunately, you know some overweight chicks thinking that their value is higher than what it should be, and you know you have a guy right here that seems like he's a pretty decent guy, or whatever, but this is the side that most people don't talk about because in this generation we have a lot of people that try to demonize uh, things and try to make it seem like men are always like the bad people in a relationship. But yeah, man, it ain't so funny when the rabbit got the gun. Now now all of these guys. Oh, go ahead.
It ain't fun when the rabbit got.
Right. Now, all the guys that, you know, were quiet in high school or whatever, that really didn't say anything, now they got microphones now. And they're being that voice for basically the rest of the men out there. So yeah, huge shout out to MTR, man, and this Drizzle video. I hope this thing go viral because I literally just seen a video the other day of this corn star. She put out a video and it did like 1.5 million and it was just trash. It was all trash, but you know, she had twerking, she had booty, butt all in the video, so you know, you got a decent thumbnail or whatever, especially, you know, with booty on it. And you know, people gonna click. They gonna click. So the next thing we're gonna get into is we're gonna talk about the Super Bowl. All right. So y'all know Kendrick Lamar actually did the halftime show, and that thing broke a lot of records. Also, where is she? Okay, she's not on here, but Miss Serena Williams was also on there as well, and we got a chance to see her crip walk. And Stephen A. actually had something to say about it, so we're gonna also get into you know what he said and the response that he got back from the media and from the world or whatever. And we're gonna also be able to hear, you know, what was his thoughts based on the reactions he was getting from that. But the NFL, the Super Bowl was a blowout. It was a complete blowout, man. All the way on up until I believe the third quarter. Yeah, the third quarter, like late in the third quarter is when they scored. As you can see, it's 34-0. 34-0, man, in a Super Bowl. This was just a complete blowout. I still think overall it was a decent game to be able to see Kansas City, which have been dominating for like back-to-back Super Bowls, and they was going for that three-peat. And thankfully, I am so thankful that they didn't get that third one, man, because they were getting a big head. And sometimes people need to be humble. And I love the fact that the Eagles defense was just flying around. It was like 11 Mies out there on the field, man. So that's always good to see, man. See the defense hype and get after it or whatever. What were your thoughts of the Super Bowl and this blowout?
So, well, first let me start off that I am introductory to football.
Okay.
So,
A little new to the game.
yeah, so I mean, I watch and stuff like that, but yeah, like it, from what I, could make out, it was definitely a great game to watch. I would have loved to have been there.
Oh yeah, expensive tickets, boy. How much them
It,
tickets?
oh no! Oh, they was saying like average prices was like in the thousands, like 5,000, something like that.
Grief for the nose. Can we get? What about the nosebleed?
That probably would have. That's probably what it was.
What I can get for this? It's,
What about Hover?
$125. What can I get for that? Super Bowl. I am curious to see how much them doggone. I know Super Bowl tickets is crazy, and it seems like they're going up more and more each year.
Yeah, because what?
Oh,
What is it?
it say about $8,805.
So I was what, 3,000?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Ticketmaster was listing them at 6,600, but you can't really trust Ticketmaster like that. I done heard
Like
some
that's the
things.
base ticket, but you gotta pay for the fees and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then what they were saying is, when them fees are included, like after all of that, it's gonna be about 8,000. So you telling me I done paid 6,600, and then I get hit with some, man? I wish you would, boy. You can go. You can go to HE double hockey sticks. I'll be damned. But yeah, no, this was a complete blowout, man. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles, man. Jalen Hurts, even though that dude don't really talk or smile at all. He just always got the serious face. They went in there and they took care of business, and they did it in an amazing fashion, man. So yeah, huge shout out to them. Now, the Super Bowl. Really, I think that the halftime show was probably talked about more than the actual Super Bowl itself. Like everybody was wanting to see what Kendrick Lamar was going to do during the halftime. Hold on, I don't want to get no copyright strike. But yeah, Kendrick Lamar showed up, man, and it was a lot of hidden messages, just like in his lyrics and everything. We all know. Kendrick Lamar is a lyricist. He's gonna throw some things at you that you're probably not going to be able to identify. You have to go back, read the comments like I did or whatever.
That's okay.
And be a little, get all your information from people that are a little bit more hip or whatnot. But what were your thoughts of the Super Bowl halftime performance?
Well, first of all, I think it was pretty entertaining and I know you said you had to go into the comments, but I, like you, in a way, I was looking for like the hidden messages in the performance altogether, even with Samuel L. Jackson being Uncle
Sam.
Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
Um,
Were you about to say Uncle Tom?
no, no, Uncle Sam. And what else? Yeah, it was. Yeah, did I already say entertaining?
Yeah. It was. Yeah, you said entertaining.
Yeah, I already said it. I ain't gonna lie, like the beginning, like how he was dancing with that sway in the
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. That was kind of funny to me. But yeah, it was definitely something you would have to like go back and watch a couple of times again if you like one of those people like, what does this mean? What does that mean? Yeah, it was intriguing. Like I want to hear if he was going, like what songs he was going to play. I don't really know his music like that. I don't really know too many people's music like that. But I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Yeah. I think the entire time, I'm not gonna lie, like when I heard that, he could potentially be sued if, he played that doggone song, They Not Like Us at the Super Bowl. And I was like, man, listen, Drake is gonna do everything in his power so that this dude don't get on the biggest freaking stage and, basically have everybody saying A minor. Man, good agree. Like, listen, whatever we got to do, sue everybody. Sue his mama, his grandma, everybody. I do not want nobody to play that. But when he dropped that and started singing "They Not Like Us," man, I think that everybody kind of like cheered because that's what everybody. I think that's more what people were waiting on to see if he was gonna go against the grain, which he always does, and still play that song. And all the hidden messages, like right here, I didn't even realize this was like an Xbox. This was a part of not an Xbox, but a PlayStation controller. Like at the end, it says like game over or something like that. Let me see if I can fast forward all the way to the end, and it kind of shows like a freaking PlayStation controller. Crazy, man. Is it gonna show it? Game over. No, it didn't. But yeah, that was the X that they were in when we had it at the last one. That right there, I think was the O, the little circle right there. But no, it was definitely interesting, man. Definitely interesting.
You say game controller. What about like tic-tac-toe, though? Because it was like 3 at the end when you were showing there. It was like a 3x3.
Let me see.
Probably not.
Let me see. I don't know. I mean, we can check it. You said 3x3.
The squares.
I mean, it could be. I don't know. I just heard somebody.
reaching.
Yeah, I heard somebody mention again. This is me looking down the comments, but they did show like a quick little picture of the actual triangle, the circle, the X, and the square, and that's from a PlayStation controller. But yeah, man. Outside of that, you know, he did have some people that came up there. Huge shout out to Samuel L. Jackson. I am a huge fan of Samuel L. Man. When that dude curses, it's the funniest. Yo, it is the funniest ish in the world, man. He's the only person I think can get away with cursing. I don't care what movie. I don't think there has ever been a movie or anything where he has not cursed. I don't care if it was a children's film. He's still gonna call somebody the F word, MF or something. So it was definitely good seeing Samuel L. Jackson, man. Dude honestly don't look like he's aged a day since I last seen him. Still look like he's the same age, man. Got the same energy. And then after that, we seen another special guest was, I don't know if her name is SZA or who was that did that? What's her name? Summer Walker? I don't know. I don't know which one this is right here. But I want y'all to pay close attention to this, right? So this right here is one of Drake's ex-chicks. I'm not going to say girlfriend. I don't know if they actually went together. This is basically somebody that Drake talked to, putting quotes around talk to. You know, 9 times out of 10, you know how the industry go. You know, they probably bumped uglies or whatever. And also, let me see if I can find her. There she go. Oh my goodness, man. Listen. What is arguably, I think, still one of the greatest women athletes of all time. Got to make sure I give her her flowers before I talk trash. Greatest athlete, one of the greatest women athletes of all freaking time, man. Miss Serena Williams. No, man, no. Hell, man, no. That crip walk is just trash, man. Even when she did it in the, U.S. opening or whatever, wherever she was at, that thing was just not it. You could have picked any other dance move to do, but you gonna do that one. No, ma'am. And they're gonna circle the X, the square, and the triangle right there. But yeah, man, no. And when she did that, it was a lot of people that rock with her, and it was a lot of people that didn't rock with her. But just the overall performance it broke every single last record. It even topped Michael Jackson's record. 133.4 million viewers for Michael Jackson's performance in 1993. And K-Dot ended up edging him out by 100,000. All right. Usher's, I ain't gonna say really wasn't close, but they said that Super Bowl was like one of the most watched. It wasn't the actual halftime show. So it ain't like people just showed up just to watch Usher. The Super Bowl was like one of the most watched, and of course Usher reaped the benefits from that. But as far as a halftime show, like people came just to see Michael Jackson. I actually seen a little clip about that. I ain't gonna really get into it.
That was
About
dope, though.
yeah, how he just sat there and they're like, "Hey, come on, man, start the damn show. What's going on, man?" Your boy sat there for like what did they say, a minute and some change, and you know that's forever when people are waiting. But yeah, man, huge shout out to him for breaking all of those records, and I'm actually gonna speak about this in a later video on one of my other channels about, you know, he had a lot of haters, but I believe that this was definitely well deserved. A guy that was nominated for every Grammy nomination that he got, or you know, whatever what is it called? He was in like a group of different
Category?
different categories, but he won in every single last one of them. And I believe it was like 5. He won 5 Grammys in one night, and that's freaking unheard of, man. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and after talking about those records, I think we can go ahead and get into Mr. Stephen A. So Stephen A. actually had something to say about Serena Williams, and people are pissed. So we're going to go ahead and let him cook.
The other headline that came out of the game was the halftime show, courtesy of Kendrick Lamar, that also featured SZA. The set was a
SZA. That's her name.
13-minute mashup of Kendrick hits, including the much-anticipated Not Like Us. Remember that? The diss track?
I still wish they would have put like Michael Jackson's track up here somewhere. Like you could have just, honestly, you definitely could have left this out. I don't know what the hell that was about. But shout out to, I actually had my homeboys that I actually used to work with. They were actually a part of this the Super Bowl. They flew out there and was a part of that.
Who that? The Weeknd?
Yeah. Trash.
Dedicated to Drake. That performance featured the world's greatest female athlete in Serena Williams, who was seen
There we go.
to the song. For those of you who don't know, Williams once actually dated Drake. Now, I had some comments on Serena's appearance on the stage on Super Bowl Sunday that I shared on ESPN's First Take, or that following Monday. Apparently, that made many folks agitated because a lot of people had a problem with what I had to say.
I'm gonna say this before he get into it, man. I think that Stephen A. is doing a phenomenal job with staying relevant. And one thing that is important for you to do is to do ish like this, knowing that that is going to get people riled up. The only thing that I will say is anything that you speak, that you say anything about, just stand on business. Like, don't let anybody shame you or force you into a corner where you feel the need to apologize if you actually mean something. Don't say I was just playing. No, fam. Stand on it, man.
Before I give my thoughts on that, however, I do owe you the opportunity to see what has created this whole brouhaha.
There we go.
It's got everybody up in a Nancy. Take a look.
If I'm married and my wife is going to join trolling her ex, go back to his ass. Because clearly you don't belong with me. What you worried about him for and you with me? There you have.
What are your thoughts? I want to hear what are your thoughts on what he just said. What are your thoughts on that?
No, that's a fair point. Like it is not. I would say like it's nothing. He shouldn't be a thought in a good way or a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm your husband,
Yeah.
or wife, switching roles. But but yeah, you're married to me. Like, why is your ex even a thought? Like, I'm the thought. Our family are, if there's a family.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm not mad at him for saying what he said.
Yeah, don't get involved in no doggone mess, because that's what that is. Listen, I understand, somebody probably hit her up and asked to be a part of it. I doubt that it was the other way around. I don't think that she reached out and was like, yo, can I be a part of this? I'm pretty sure, knowing Kendrick Lamar, knowing his team, they're going to do things to kind of like add some fuel to the fire. Like, if we get this person and that person, that's going to be even better for the ratings, for people. It's going to be like a lot more speculation, more people are going to talk or whatever. And so that's probably why they handpick certain songs and certain people to be a part of this, to, just make it that more, make it that more viral. And I agree. I agree with him. I think that if you are in a relationship, whatever happened in the past with anybody else, stay out of it. Stay out of that mess. You should not be giving it any type of thought. Not being a part of it in a positive or a negative way. When you move on, that's what you need to do. You need to move on. Now, saying that, he would have divorced her, that's crazy. Damn it, go. He say, damn it, go be. I can understand it. I can understand what he's saying. Maybe from a a relationship dating point of view or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? If you still out here doing stuff like that, moving like that, it's kind of seeming a little bit more on the bitter side. And I don't want to be a part of that. If you're gonna be bitter, you're gonna be that by yourself. You can go on with him.
Have it. And because of that, everybody's up in a tizzy. Newsflash, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I was playing around. It was a lot of fun.
Come on, bro.
Secondly, I didn't utter a disrespectful word towards Serena Williams, so I don't know where
Which I agree.
the whole Serena protection protocol kicks in. I didn't say anything about her. I said, hey, listen, if I'm a man and I'm married, I certainly don't want my wife showing any kind of energy, positive, negative, or otherwise, to another dude.
And what the hell is wrong with that? I don't get it. And I would say the exact same thing for a guy.
Yeah, like
What the hell? Like why are you upset that, or feeling some type of way because she got something going on over there? Like if we flip the script, like you don't think your girl gonna look like you still, you know what I'm saying, you still feeling some type of way towards her? Hell no. Like go in the past, man. Let that one go. Men, let that one go, man. But you showing emotions is basically, just in my eyes, it's showing that it's still something there that you haven't quite gotten over just yet. And that's not a good thing, man, because that thing can turn sour real quick, for real. It's a lot of bad that can come out of stuff like that. The fact that you ain't dealt with them demons, that's an issue.
That happens to be her ex.
And I would love for the women to comment down below. Tell me, come on now, keep it a band. You tell me that you would not feel some type of way if the shoe was on the opposite foot, right? Just because that ex person is down or whatever, he jump in like, yeah, she was a hoe. Why you? Hey, that ain't got nothing to do with you. That ain't got a damn thing to do with you. Just because, this guy got an issue with her or whatever, you just keep walking, damn it. Keep looking straight. Don't worry about what's going on over there.
Make me think, what's she thinking about him?
There it is.
Why is she thinking about him so much? Why does she feel the need to exert any energy?
That part.
Emotional or otherwise when it comes to that. That's where I was coming from, but it was more of a gender issue more so than anything else in terms of men and how a lot of men feel. I'm not going to say most. I'm not going to say all because I don't know. I'm going to tell you how I feel.
There we go. This is the last part right
What
here.
I expressed is exactly what I meant.
There we go. Now
I'm
he's
not
standing on
apologizing
business.
for it. I'm not condoning it either. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes, and I would imagine that women would appreciate what I'm about to say and what.
And the pandering comes. It's like he started off standing on business, then he retract, which I can kind of understand because he has a lot of sponsors and, a lot of his dollars could be poured in because of him pandering or taking a step back, apologizing, just basically going back and forth or staying on the fence. Standing on that doggone fence, man, playing both sides of the field or whatever. I can kind of understand it, and people have said this about Stephen A. Smith in the past or whatever. He has a habit of being on that damn fence instead of just standing on your square, man, and speaking your mind, brother.
What I'm about to do because that's
Pandering.
all. I mean, what do you women say all the time? You want a man to express his emotions? Express yourself, talk to us. That's what you want to say, right? Well, I'm going to talk to you. Hope the Shade Room is listening. I hope all these women out here are listening. Some men are insecure. Now that's breaking news, supposedly.
I agree.
I didn't know that.
I agree that some men are insecure, but I don't think what he is saying has anything to do with an insecurity. This is, I would argue, or go back and forth with anybody and say that this would be a red flag. Do you think that that's an insecurity for somebody to look and see somebody basically kicking their ex while they're down? Do you think that that's like an insecurity?
No, I don't think that's it. Somehow I feel like it's more of a you crossing the boundary
Yes. Mm-hmm.
than it being the insecurity. Like you're like you're stepping out. This is ours. This is our boundary. This is our circle. All of that other stuff outside of our relationship has nothing to do with us, especially your past. So yeah, I think it's more of a like a boundary issue versus like insecurities, because like I know who or her husband know who he is and stuff like that. But you said that's more of a respect thing too. And then of course, like you were saying, like you're kicking someone while they're down.
Yeah.
Like
Character.
that's yeah. So no.
Yeah, I love the way that you put that. Now that you kind of think about it, man, like this is our own little bubble. F what the world got going on. Definitely F what your ex got going on. Like, we're in our own little bubble, man. You should not be getting involved with any mess. We have our loving family, our loving daughter. Like, we good over here. Ain't no mess, ain't no drama. Why in the world would you get involved with other people's mess, other people's drama on the biggest stage in the world, the Super Bowl? Like, if anything, you should be trying to be a part of something that's positive, something that's uplifting or whatever. That's something that's going to be beneficial to, your people or whatever. You should definitely not be getting involved with any ex. What we got going on right now, just keep that inside our little bubble. Now, when you start thinking about or speaking about character, kicking somebody while they're down, right? Kicking your ex while they're down. This would honestly cause, I don't know, somebody like me to kind of like start second guessing, start questioning you, like, why in the world would somebody of good character, good morals, good values, the mother of his children, his wife, and all those things, why in the world would you put yourself in this situation? I'm just saying.
Because you never.
Oh, go ahead.
You never know how the other party may react.
That part,
you see,
right?
Drake was already trying to sue the company.
Yeah.
He could actually go back and be like, nah, yeah, I'm
Her too.
suing everybody that was on that field, even down to the other dancers.
I'm telling you, man.
So.
And it's so easy to sue people for any reason now. That person breathed on me. You know you can sue for that? You got the right lawyer.
Especially with 19 out now. That was.
They'll get you. They will get you, man. And again, she's getting herself, she's putting herself, in the mix of a whole bunch of mess. Something I still do not understand. Like, this literally has absolutely nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you, nothing to do with your family, your husband, your children, none of that. Why in the world would you bring chaos into our circle?
I kind of thought that y'all automatically knew that. Not all, not most. Every man can speak for himself. Every man can go online, because they are. And they're going to say, nah, that ain't me. Nah, that ain't me. Nah, that ain't me. And I have no proof to the contrary. So I'm just going to tell you, me and the men that I know, most men, we're a bit insecure. When we see energy expressed in the direction of another dude,
There it is.
even if it's vitriol,
It's not insecurity.
even if it's venom, even if it's hate, even if it's get back, whatever it is. You ever heard the saying, the true end of any relationship isn't love, nor is it hatred. It's indifference.
And we're going to end it right there, man. We're going to go ahead and end it right there. Again, I do not agree with her being on there. Now, SZA, on the other hand, whatever that lady's name is, I don't know if she has a boyfriend or not, but I think a conversation needs to be had. after something like this? Like, I'm pretty sure they probably already knew about this, like, going into it, but I would definitely encourage those men that they are with to have like a heart-to-heart conversation, because listen, you do have individuals out there, and I actually spoke about this with a person that I work with or whatever. I was like, when it comes to certain things, you know, some people may lack awareness, and I think that grace is always important, whether that be to, you know, a partner that you work with, a coworker, you know, a significant other, a child, or whatever. I think that, you know, if somebody does or says something that you don't like, that you don't agree with, you should be always willing to have a conversation. When I say have a conversation, I mean like open up the floor, right? And just be direct. Just ask them, you know, what are your thoughts on this? And then you can express yourself and be like, you know, I really didn't appreciate this or whatever. You know, y'all can figure out a way, you know, hopefully, you know, your partner, you should be able to, you know, navigate through that conversation or whatever. But have these type of doggone conversations after something like this to let them know that in some way that this is not okay. Like, I don't know why the hell, again, you're not saying this to them, but why the hell you thought this was okay. But I need for you to know right here, right now, I'm going to go ahead and draw this line in the sand, and I'm going to need for you not to cross it again, respectfully. You know, because again, if people do things because, you know, maybe they're not sure about it or whatever, then again, grace should be given. But if they are crossing the freaking line, listen, I already told you one time to stay your butt away from this Drake and Kendrick situation. And now you're just being disrespectful. Something got to shake, fam. Something definitely got to shake. What are your thoughts? We're gonna go ahead and wrap this podcast up for today. Let me see.
Well, to be honest, you pretty much said it all. You pretty much said it all.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you pretty much said it all. I just kind of like just have little nitpick questions, like who did he originally do the song with? Was she singing the song in the original, or was she just there singing?
You talking about SZA?
Yeah.
So I think that when you throwing shots at somebody or whatever, in order to add a little bit more hype, a little bit more fuel to the fire, knowing that Drake used to date her or whatever they said or whatever, let's go ahead and throw her song in the mix of him doing these Super Bowl songs or whatnot. And yeah, that'll make it even better. That's another one of his ex. Let's throw all of his exes in this mug that people know they have a huge following. They gonna jump on board with this thing, and you know this is gonna pick up more traction, more views, more money, more eyeballs, more visibility, or whatever.
So yeah, but yeah, back to what you were saying. Have a conversation. Set those set those boundaries. Yeah, I ain't really got anything.
I got you. I did want to talk about Trump before we get out of here because he is in the thumbnail. So I did want to. So, what are your thoughts on what has been happening? Because it's been crazy. It's really been crazy. There's been a lot of executive orders or something that's been passed. And I can't even run down all of them, but it seems like hundreds of executive orders have been passed in the last few. Have you been seeing like how upset people have been? That man been upsetting a whole bunch of doggone people, man.
He's standing on business.
But he's been basically speaking about, ending the war in Ukraine. I don't know how the hell he's gonna do that, but he's been talking about ending the war in Ukraine. One of the main things was I think one of the executive orders that he passed was banning transgenders from women's sports. You know, that was a huge issue that people had a problem with. Men coming and dominating in women's sports.
See, that's not fair.
What's that?
Trying to, so you can't make it in men's sports, so you got to come over. Is that what that is?
Yes, and I think one of the worst ones was like MMA, like stuff like that. Oh my goodness, man! This lady had all type of knots. I'm talking about not them small knots, them Tom and Jerry ones. Like,
My bad.
I'm talking about instant. It was bad. I was like, yo. But yeah, nah, man. I'm extremely glad that he did. Ban that all transgender athletes from women's sports. That was actually I think that was actually a win. If most people can't agree with, you know, Trump and his stance on a lot of things, I think that everybody, if they're being honest, can agree with men should not compete in women's sports. Come on, man.
And if y'all want to be all exclusive, make a hub. Even though I don't make a separate sport for y'all.
Yeah. I ain't gonna say what one of my coworkers said. Well, they off the chain, boy. Good grief. But no, man, we're gonna go ahead and end this podcast right here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're gonna keep it right here for a while, man. It's somewhere around like the 30-minute mark. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too long, nothing too short or whatever. Just until I can get the hang of this Ecamm Live situation, because we do have another co-host that hasn't been able to be a part of this podcast this year. And one of the issues is myself. I got to get my life together. So, yeah. You got anything? You say what?
You got it.
Appreciate it. Again, huge shout out to MTR, man. Keep dropping this stuff, man. This was hilarious, but definitely, you know, full of gems. If you guys didn't get the opportunity to see it at the beginning of the stream, go and check out MTR. I believe this is going to be the video that when you go to his channel, like it's going to automatically play. A lot of gems in there, you know, speaking about a lot of things that the Red Pill community has been talking about, Kevin Samuels and things like that. I think a lot of people can actually learn from if they actually listen to the lyrics. And it's funny as well. You know what I'm saying? You definitely need that entertainment. Shout out to him, man. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be beautiful. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.